It's 6:33. Let's call the meeting to order. And we'll begin with Chad. Roll call.
Sure. William. Larry.
Here.
Me. Gary. Jaime. James, sorry. Chris. Here. Nicole. Judy. Alejandro. Here. Catherine. Pedro. Edward. Here.
To the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
moment of silence. Okay, let's see. Bill's in Columbia wasn't able to make it today. Last week, as you all know, we didn't have quorum. And this week, it looks like we have some guests, so we'll introduce you in just a moment. And first off, let's begin with any public comments.
Yes,
Okay, let's begin with our guests. We started here.
thank you.
This is the Girl Scouts.
Yes, sir. Let's see you guys now.
Hi, my name is Victoria,
And I'm Alexa.
and we are Girl Scouts of Troop 902 with the Miami base, with the base in Miami Lakes.
We are here today to share with you our Silver Award project mission, Positive Impact.
It is our goal to connect at least 12 shelter pets with veterans. And to create a happy home for both.
It is known that pets are man's best friends, and this is because pets can help you reduce stress, boost mood, get more exercise, and lower blood pressure and cholesterol. So today we're marching for veterans.
We hope to coordinate at least 2 adoption events and provide a possum package or a starter kit to help start their journey.
We have partnered with Commander Carnes and the American Legion Post 144, Miami-Dade Animal Shelter, and the Humane Society of Greater Miami.
And we hope to partner with you in coordinating an adoption event.
And any other support, additional resources or contacts will be greatly appreciated.
Wonderful.
Thank you, guys. We passed out some flyers. Thank you, guys. Any additional information you guys need, or if there's any way that we can help, please feel free to reach out to me. I am obviously their liaison. Like she said, we would love to partner up with you guys. One of our ideas that we ran with Jonathan was maybe having an adoption event during the Veterans Parade. One of the Miami-Dade Animal Services will provide like a bus. It's kind of like a trailer that will have at least 6 to 8 pets. So that would be like a great start and to give people like a great opportunity to come and look at the pets and connect them with veterans.
That's a great idea. And we have some members of the Veterans Committee here that are, excuse me, the
Public safety, but
yes.
the public.
People
do the Veterans Parade.
The parade committee. And it would be great if we could coordinate it through them and have you and your bus and the animals and everything else there. It'd be awesome.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because for the parade here on Main Street between Town Hall and 67th Avenue,
Yes,
actually between Town Hall and Cello's,
yes.
they set up tents,
Yes.
for the dolphins come and all that. And you guys can have a tent and you can work with the local animal shelter and they can bring, a couple of dogs.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So who would we?
But right now, this is actually, we're talking about the parade for the first time at this meeting. So. Yeah, circle November 3rd on your calendar.
November 3rd, I had
Yeah.
November 10th.
No,
Okay.
we moved it.
Okay,
Yeah, to not break on week.
Let me get your contact information. and I'll give it to
It's all on the
Bill Perez.
form.
It's here on the front page.
Okay, I'm gonna give this to Bill Perez. We'll have someone from the parade committee contact you
okay,
and then we'll figure out, how exactly you and your bus, you can be part of it.
okay, great. If you want to write my name on there, which is not, but my name is Rebecca Morales
Rebecca Morales.
on behalf of Victoria and Alexa, Girl Scout Troop 102.
Tori and Alexa, they did a very good job.
Let's-
What's the troop number? 902.
902.
Yep.
9021.
That's what I was. And you're with, I'm with Headquarter Automotive. With Headquarter Automotive, we're also looking for community partners to help us with some of the donations.
Okay.
The first, next in the order of business would be the,
Well, yeah, wait, there's two more. Is there anything you want to say?
the veterans, the parade committee.
Public comments?
This is a parade committee. Do you have public comment or we want to wait till we get to the parade? Yeah.
I was just gonna interject, would your troop be willing to volunteer? We could get also information for that as well, so we have you connected.
Sure.
As well.
I'm happy to give you a flyer. Just give me a call, whatever you guys need.
So we can have you guys also like involved, so sort of future.
Okay, definitely. We're always happy to help with anything like this.
Okay, we have the parade slated under item 9B. We can move that forward if you want to. You want to go ahead and discuss that now? Then rather than at the end of the meeting, is that a better idea?
I second that.
Okay, let's talk about the parade.
Well, are we closing public comments?
No, we'll go back to public comments, but we're including this, we're moving this B in public comments.
So we have to close public comment before we can move on to anything else.
Okay,
And then we can reopen it later, but we have to close it officially.
okay, is there any more public comments?
And
Yes.
leave those flyers if you have any extra.
Yeah, definitely.
No. Okay. Yes. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Public comments.
Yeah, Frank's with us, Frank's just tell us about you.
Moved here, parents in 2000, and just getting back from DC, was up there for about, I don't want to count the years, just trying to get involved, see if I can help, scholarship. So, former Marine Corps.
No such thing as formal marine.
Bring down these days. But, yeah, so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, Frank, thanks for coming. Okay, let's talk about the parade.
Well,
Okay.
those comments.
Okay, we close comments, we'll
Yes.
move on to item 9B, and we're gonna talk about the parade, then we'll come back to.
Okay. Back up to 5.
Thank you, Alex, I appreciate all your assistance.
Yeah, I know. It has to be in order, so.
I like it, Ed usually jumps in and just keeps straight.
Okay.
So troop 902 usually volunteer, they're in the parade.
Right.
So do you walk in the parade or do you not want to walk in the parade? or-
He would probably not walk, or they would probably not walk, to head their station.
Okay.
Yeah, but the troop will.
Okay.
Don't exclude them, because they're always happy to walk.
Do you have any troop members that are in high school?
Yes.
Because we can go volunteer hours
Yeah,
Okay, I will let them know.
for the parade, yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that's kind of what I was
okay, yeah,
questioning, yeah.
definitely, they're always happy to take on that.
What's the age range of the troop?
From daisies, from kindergarten through high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so anything under high school can walk the parade,
Right,
and then the high schoolers can help volunteer and. do
perfect.
the-
I'll let our troop leader know and we'll pass on the information.
Jonathan, we established a parade route for this year?
The same.
The same as
Same
every
as
year.
last year?
Yeah.
The time, the meeting, all the same as last year?
Yeah. Copy and paste.
Is there any, in addition, we need to bring up this time regarding the parade?
I'll bring up our favorite staff member, Isle Pastora. She won't be here for the parade,
Oh,
so this is my.
is this your first
It's
parade?
not-
This is actually me telling people that we have to be on our A game with volunteers, and she is chicken without a head. She knows what she's doing. I know what I'm doing, but this is emphasis on all hands on deck.
Anybody here ever participated in a parade before?
Yeah, I hope,
You have a lot of experience.
I just
I hope we have the float again this year that we've had for the past 2 years,
Which
it was sponsored by the American Legion. And I think Fred Center paid the majority of it last year. I believe we're gonna have it again this year. And everyone from the veterans committees invited to ride on that thing. Any veterans or disabled that can't walk the parade, they're welcome to ride the float. And of course, anyone from the Post 9, Post 143, 144.
we're pretty close to opening up the Grand Marshal renovations. We have a relatively new staff member who's former Army, I believe.
Hmm.
I don't want to take that out of
Okay.
You know, I don't know his exact relationship, but I know he's former military. It was brought up to me that maybe he could be a good option. That's probably gonna be like an internal staff nomination, but I know that the past years, the applications, the qualified persons interested kind of withered.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really interesting. I don't know if he'd be willing, you know.
Okay.
Schedules, comfort, all that.
Okay.
Stuff to think about, start reaching out, start, you know, getting ideas of who can be our, we're marketing.
I do want to put a motion on the floor to start getting the ball rolling on the subcommittee creation.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All in favor of establishing a subcommittee for the, Veterans Day Parade?
I second.
What,
Second.
second? Okay, so we're gonna have a subcommittee. So what we're gonna need is volunteers for the subcommittee. And that requires, we did before, you know, additional meetings for all the planning, which time we would ask that we get the veterans of our other veterans, Day Parade Committee involved in
Yep.
in the planning.
Right.
So, is there any volunteers at this point for the,
I'll volunteer.
okay, these are all volunteers. Can we, write their names down?
And then we usually also have volunteers from cultural affairs and public safety.
Yeah, the Charles and, you know.
Nancy.
Yeah, everyone will be there. I know,
So you get a memo after we're established a subcommittee asking for volunteers? for the other
yeah,
committees?
I already floated. And I already sent out an email to Bill thinking about dates, so we have dates sort of on board for availability. It's either gonna be the 5th. For Monday, we'll see about that. The 14th, the 19th, the 21st, or the 26th. We're gonna still iron that one out.
So will you be in charge of reaching out to past participants, asking them if they want to participate again?
Yeah, that's, yeah.
You still have that master roster?
We have the list from
You
X
have
years
to.
back, so it's really just.
Yeah, we had a list last year of all the things that we needed for the subcommittee, beginning with, you know, with the water stations, all
Yeah,
that.
all of that is pretty much,
Walkie talkies.
the good thing
It's
is,
communication. all
it gets
that
better
stuff.
every year, and I'll keep their notes, and we have one kind of just gonna redo it all. We're trying to get the Panthers
Okay, so
mascot again.
yeah,
I do the words, so.
between now and November, we still have plenty of time, but we can go ahead and I would think that, to advertise for the, for the grand marshal.
Yeah, that's,
To bring all the things, the aisle has the notes from the previous, parade.
Yeah.
To our next meeting. At that time, set up the schedule for the subcommittee meetings. And, or is that something we want to do now?
I mean, probably sooner rather than later.
Well,
we
we
still have
could
to
do-
figure out that it's specific date, but, it's. If
Well,
it's next week, the week after, I mean.
What we can do is set the date for the initial kickoff meeting, and from that meeting, the subcommittee can create the follow-up meetings.
I think another thing might be a good idea to have it, to put someone, to establish a chairperson for the subcommittee.
The subcommittee doesn't.
Parade. Pardon me?
The subcommittee doesn't. The subcommittee doesn't.
The subcommittee does within their own, okay.
Yeah.
So but this time we get the volunteers, and then once the volunteers come, they'll elect their president. I hope you're that guy.
The chair, vice chair, and secretary.
Okay. Any more comments on the parade? Anything we need to add for our next meeting to we take note of now? So let's move on to the next item.
Okay. We're up. Nice.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
You girls are wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys. If you could get a picture, that'd be great. Yeah.
I'll let you know.
I like the idea of having dogs in the parade. That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, it's a veterans event.
You don't need to.
Right here, everyone. Yes, you guys need to. come to
Oh, we
Yes.
Can we get one of them around? Chad?
Yeah. Oh, picture. Okay, this is not Disney, James.
Well-
Taking up all available space.
Whatever, yeah.
Thanks.
What is your project do when you have a date at the final? Okay, because we also have the reindeer run, which is December 14th.
That'd be a great idea.
Which is another thing. It's a 5K.
I don't know, hopefully Commerce Way will be done by then.
Oh, it'll be there like.
Yeah, they do.
Commerce Way.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
December 14th,
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
it's.
I saw something today, it's like, do we have to like,
That well.
Other one should be called December 14th.
Yes, it'll be probably 8 AM, set up probably 7 AM, 6:30, 7.
Yeah.
That's great.
I was
I
saying
will
sweet-
coordinate that with the shelters and we'll get it done.
Thank you. We'll be.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, order of business, referrals, additions, deletions.
I wanna have an addition, something, it's technically old business because we brought it up a long time ago about the pavers outside for the Veterans Memorial. Reestablishing, because I've had a few individuals reach out to me, asking me, since they know I'm part of the committee, about the veteran pavers.
Replacing the bricks, you mean, is
Doing new ones,
new bricks.
Like
Yeah.
adding.
adding,
I mean, on top of
Okay,
we'll talk about it.
yeah, when we get to it,
let's put that on the agenda for the next meeting, or is it?
So for
adding to this one.
Adding this one,
Yeah.
okay.
So technically it's old business because we brought it up in the past, but it just,
Right.
it just went away. Yeah, do 7C.
Did we ever get a price on what it would cost to replace it?
But let's speak about it when we get to 7C.
7C,
added C-
added C general into it.
Yeah, so 7C pavers.
Okay, any other additions? Deletions? Approval of minutes for, April, June, and July. Do you have this one?
Well,
Did anyone ever, do you have the minutes for April? June,
yeah,
and
they're
July?
all in there.
April and June are, but July is not.
July is separate. That I
This one?
remember that I had after it was getting stitched. So.
Can we take a minute, and review those?
And that we're having this meeting today because we didn't have forum at the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and December started, I was on vacation.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah.
It was.
It's hard to get.
Thank you.
Feel free to make a motion at any time.
I'll put a motion, well, not because I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, you can still vote.
I'll put a motion to approve them as circulated. You want a second?
We have a second?
Second.
That's one motion.
You can take them all together.
Yeah. The motion is for all,
That's all, that's all?
it's for all.
Okay, we can take, so. Take the motion,
All in favor?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion approved.
Okay.
Whole business, state of presentation of Miami Lakes Veterans Family Scholarship Checks to Families, pre-council ceremony. You were, let's see, that one first. We were supposed to, what's going on with that, John? We were gonna have a check meeting, it was gonna be presented at the council meeting. We mail the checks out to the,
So they got- The meeting that we had last on the 18th.
Yeah.
That was like the day after, or the same day that I submitted the checks, they're already out. So the official checks, we can't, people already have them in hand. It's just a ceremonial, presentation, now, which I'm still getting, I had,
The one big check.
yeah,
We
we
have a
have,
big check?
we have,
Okay.
I know Bill made one, but it's not.
The individual received
Not
their
the
checks, they
official
have their money.
check.
Yeah,
You mail the money out, they have their money.
yeah, I've been getting emails, received, it's now, I think I have like 4 or 5 confirmations for an August meeting.
Right.
It's really just, showing up and,
It would be nice at the next meeting if there were any thank you letters or anything like that, you would bring it into the meeting.
I'll see what my emails look like,
Do they have any motivation to show up since they already have the real checks?
Oh,
Is that what
I don't know.
July?
no, but, he was actually very, excited to, at some point, get the ceremonial part done, so. I mean, I think there's still motivation.
Especially if they wanna get it again. next
But yeah,
year.
the emails,
That's motivation.
I mean, I'm pretty sure most.
Now these kids have the money, they'll have enough to show you.
Yes.
And the Michael's kids.
They're,
We sent them, wait, did we send the funds directly to the students?
yeah,
Okay. You all know that I'm doing grad school right now at UM.
Mm.
I applied and received a $5,000 scholarship from the VFW.
Mm.
The funds did not come to me.
Mhm.
They went straight to the school,
yeah, yeah.
along with a letter saying this is to be applied to the fall semester.
We decided not to do that.
Right, there are like
Yeah.
specific
Yeah,
scholarship I guess, protocols for those type of,
Yeah,
structures. It kind of mirrored exactly like the Graham Scholar, which
okay,
directly to the student,
okay.
I mean, I wish we could like earmark it for them on their behalf, like talk to the school directly, but since there's. I guess that's.
It's hard enough to get people to.
Yeah, but you don't want them to go on a shopping spree, but
Yeah,
at the same time.
it's cleaner that way.
Right.
It's very much cleaner.
Or sending the, like 3 checks to one family, right? Something like that happened.
Yeah,
Like
which
3
we-
students in one family got the same.
Brought up last meeting that. If there's specificity to be made on per student, per household.
Are we gonna do like next year, not the same people again?
Right, like if you already,
And then
but
what,
I think that was
what's the
discussed
normal findings will
before,
qualify
where
next year?
if student got in, they're disqualified going forward, because I know juniors in high school could have gotten it, if they're senior,
Yeah,
there's no room for them to
right,
double dip, I guess.
right.
Lots to think about. Yeah, and like I brought up last meeting, so maybe expanding it. I brought up spouses of veterans, and then it was brought up to me that they already are covered by the JIGO. I don't know. That was just me.
That's
They-
only if that happens during their point of service where they transfer the GI
Exactly.
Bill.
Yeah,
So it can also be. for
but
children.
in general, that's just me trying to think like, okay, now what?
Opening the box.
'Cause-
How about if you're not a child of a veteran, but like, I mean, I don't know how this works, but I know when I went to school, there were kids that were in the ROTC. So maybe if we can show proof that you're in the ROTC, that makes you eligible for the scholarship.
Well, what we did is that we opened it to not just potential students from like high school, but returning veterans that were using like their GI Bill to go to school. We also opened it to those vets, so if those ROTC kids eventually join, even if it's the reserves, then they would.
But I'm just saying, how about a kid who just,
Yeah.
That's
kids
that's
are-
ROTC, that's the whole
kids are-
thing.
Yeah,
They don't have to be
like-
the kid of a veteran, they're just.
Yeah,
Right,
just there
just
are
like they-
ROTC kids.
right. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, we need to establish that before Judy starts getting this.
All that money.
Pardon?
That's a lot of money, man,
I
like.
know.
we're-
Well, the idea
We
being
just
is,
go back to drawing
once,
board, change it again.
once she makes a
Yeah.
commitment to the
It's
people
gonna
that
be awesome.
contribute,
Right,
to the
you-
beneficiaries, then that's why we, whether it's going to be directly to veterans, to whatever it's going to be, she can present that when she makes the sponsoring packages or whatever.
Yeah.
Sets up.
I'm just trying to make a bigger universe.
Yeah,
for people, that's all.
Okay, we're gonna cover that again a little bit when we get back to the inquiry. I mean,
Let's just do the same guidance as USA Navy Federal. Whoever can become a member of USA Navy Federal can qualify for this.
That's too many people.
Is it?
US, yeah, there's people that like
Um,
there's people, I know someone
Uh-huh.
who can join USAA because she is married to a brother of someone in the Navy.
Yeah.
She's married to a brother of a Navy person.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, so her brother-in-law's in the Navy.
So what? You can do anything.
Yeah, no.
I'd much rather have somebody that wants to join.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, we have
to
cut
the line off at some point.
Yeah.
So does it?
I
have to
watched
be
people
for
soldiers
college
once, so I
scholarships?
can-
How about a kid that wants to go straight out of high school into the military?
Yeah.
Do they need help?
Well,
I don't know.
we didn't care where
Right?
they were going, they would just had to be a junior or senior, so they were going right.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
like
what I'm
those-
saying,
those
a junior, or
stipends.
senior, or someone that was a veteran. But I'm saying, how about a junior, or senior that wants to go into the military?
Okay.
Then they'll be more than happy to qualify for it once they return.
They will be in reps.
Or show us proof of either of enlistment.
Well, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
not-
yeah.
That would be cool. That
You know
would
what
be
I
really
mean?
cool, yeah.
Show us proof of enlistment.
I would think those guys need help too.
Of course, yeah.
And I can't remember for obviously we weren't applying this to people going into the military, but did we require any proof of enrollment or acceptance
No.
at any university?
It was a transcript. It was a transcript.
We did,
They
okay.
were a student, but they were a student. in
Yeah,
the
because I think we focus more on the veteran part.
Yeah, we vetted the veterans. to make sure
Right,
we-
like
Right,
your
yeah.
dad or your mom or whoever was a
I
veteran.
wonder if there is some way to move the needle a little bit more towards verifying that there isn't a likelihood of a shopping spree. I mean, not to be like
They can
micromanage.
submit
Or
to
an
the
acceptance
acceptance letter.
letter. Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
needs acceptance letter.
And you could still sign up for classes, get our check and then withdraw immediately, but there's only so much you can do, but I wonder if there is a little more we can do to
Which
be
is-
more
Well,
reassured.
at the very early stages of this all, I had kind of wanted it to run through that mechanism where it's, if you're not just giving me an application,
Yeah,
you're going through a portal that is connected to a school. That if you you get the funds, it goes to the school. You know what I mean?
I think we're only putting the cart before the horse. We haven't really established where the funds from proceeds are gonna go. From the next event.
Are we doing the scholarships again, or are we looking
We haven't
for now?
established that.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
Judy generally sets that up.
Hmm.
She has her meetings and,
Well,
but I mean, everything's you're saying is good, but you know, we're not at that point yet.
So there's no guarantee it's gonna be for scholarships again next year.
I mean, it's whatever the committee agrees to.
Right.
Yeah.
It's likely, but not guaranteed.
That's the only thing it took us 3 years to get to that.
Yeah,
We had to do
I
that.
can't
Judy
comment.
already made commitments to the
Yeah.
sponsors.
Right.
Okay, to where the money is going.
And marketing the proceeds to our,
Yeah.
to our runners, to our participants. We needed that. That's something we had to be really clear with really early on. Should we get to that? Let's get to the reindeer run. Let's go through the agenda. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on.
Agenda.
Okay, the QR codes. I know Bill was taking the lead on that.
But wait, so are we not gonna do the big check to the families when we can do it at the next
Oh,
council meeting in
ceremonial,
August?
I'm getting, RSVPs, I guess, for an August meeting.
Yeah.
The
It's
August
the
council
18th,
meeting,
I think it is, no?
the 13th.
Or the 13th.
No. It's pretty much, I'll let you guys know.
I thought we
get
pretty
all
much
seven.
kind of said that was, we did enough of that.
Well, the official checks are out. Now it's just getting,
The big ceremonial.
I think I have four or five yeses, I think in August,
How many got checks? Like 10? 7.
7 checks.
Did we actually approve, did we vote on the fact that we're gonna do the big check thing, or is it still in discussion?
It's an old
I mean, that
business.
was,
Pardon me?
Well,
It's an old business.
That's-
I remember, Mr. Flores said that he would like for the actual checks, but then we agreed on doing the big checks, because then again, also if you're representing the actual check, you can commit fraud with that. If you take a
Yeah,
picture of that,
Yeah.
we don't want that.
I like it when we just nail it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
not that I'm cool, we couldn't hang it up at that meeting.
All right, the question is there any more to be
It's
done?
still in the
Gonna do
mail,
the big
it's
No,
check?
it's all ceremonial.
It's all
This
ceremonial.
project is done.
Okay, so.
Checks are
ceremony.
cut,
But it's-
accounts
we're
zeroed
just
out.
looking for the
Well
date,
done.
right?
That's-
Yeah, but this can be
Just
used.
schedule it and advertise it, and then we can also
Exactly.
kick off our whole.
The marketing
visitors-
campaign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Saying, look, this is these are the funds and these are
She'll
the.
put video
Good
and
idea.
photos of this
Yeah.
event to put on for our,
That's-
Oh, my God, big
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully August 13th, we can do the big ceremonial check.
so August
But
13th.
I mean, I'll let you guys know that I'm collecting.
That makes good sense if we want to do the same thing next year to have the pictures to promote it. That makes good sense.
It can't be any later than August 13th because we're.
Oh, I'm gonna get the
we're
photos,
getting
I'm gonna get the
close.
photos regardless, cause I want photos of everything that happened.
And 12 will be there.
But,
Okay, all right,
you know.
is there any more discussion on that for this meeting?
No.
Okay. Okay, going on to the QR codes. Bill again is taking the lead on the QR codes, the website design. Jonathan, are you helping with that or where are we at on the QR
Well,
codes?
Clarissa and I are talking about the website for not just the tree markers for the park, but for, cause now Bill brought it up to council of having it in, like any historical or significant place in town, which kind of opens up the breadth of the project.
How about the bricks too of those people,
Right, all of that.
their bios,
All of
their
that.
service history?
Yeah, all of that, like the history of facilities, people, trees, when, where, like, all of it, it's kind of not as just. It's not as simple as going up saying, hey, this is, it's kind of like you have to establish a historical record now. Which is fine, but we have to figure out how that's gonna look.
Yeah, but
logistics
you
wise.
can't do it all in one hit. It has to be in sprints. So you start off with the veterans to see how that goes, and then you do the buildings, and then you use it, you know, agile methodology.
And then
Do it
last
one thing at a
Wow.
time. Yeah. Yeah. You take a baseball pool, and then later on you add the power windows and you add the, you know.
I think Bill had some ideas on that. He was talking about it. and I don't know how far he's gone with it.
Should we make a motion to table this for next meeting?
Absolutely.
I'll second that one.
Second,
Yeah, whatever it ends up being, it'll be on.
All in favor?
website.
any opposed? Okay, we'll table this till the next meeting. And Joel's here to have that. Okay, new business.
No, 7C pavers,
Which one?
7C pavers.
We just added that.
We just had.
On the pa- excuse me, papers. Alex, if you please take the lead on the papers.
So I know that in the past we brought up, I remember one of my first meetings back, we had spoken about the possibility of adding more pavers to the ones that are already there. But after that, it basically got quiet and it never brought up back to them. I believe you were working on getting prices from vendors and things like that, no?
Oh, no.
No?
The only time I've ever had this discussion, within the committees, when Gary brought it up for the pressure washing. I think that may have been 4 or 5, 6 months ago.
Weren't they like losing their, you couldn't read them well?
Right, where it's like weathering or wearing away, that was really just a maintenance thing, like following up on our cycle.
You know,
I
remember
asked,
speaking about prices though, that back then they were like $100 for a paver. Yeah. I think it was Marcher. It was,
oh, so I mean, I'm kind of moving, so I spoke with Personal today about it because I have no familiarity with that project at all. Not a single brick was ordered while I started working here, which is, maybe 2.5 years, so
Yeah,
that
no,
tells you
no.
the length of it all. She doesn't remember, or her and I have to sit down and see who the vendor is. Because we had someone that wants to get one, I believe, from what staff at least, but
the
also
receptionist.
in general, does that dip into, okay, we ignore the maintenance and the cleaning of it. If it's weathered, just get a new one. We're still trying to figure out just the vendor, I guess. But like as of right now, I have no answer on the price, the old method of who could get it. I really don't know. I know there are some families that.
Claricel was the liaison during the time that we did that, and she created what looks like this massive postcard that you send in the mail. And on the bottom corner, it even had the little squares where you put letter by letter what you wanted to say on the paper. I don't know it because that was back 2000, we're in 24 now, so I want to say maybe 2015,
Oh, it's probably in our second drawer.
but ask her. They were,
Yeah,
I mean, they were 8x10, but they were a little bigger than this.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
You
Yeah.
got that contact information?
Claricel?
What's the name?
Claricel.
Oh, Claricel. I thought you were talking about a company.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Her and I are gonna connect
Yeah.
and see.
That was back
How
when we
does this
did the
survive it?
memorial at South Town.
So should we defer this to next meeting so you can get back with us and tell us your findings, so
Yeah.
it stays, okay, let's do that, let's defer that.
Okay,
This-
let's have a motion
Let's
to.
defer for the next one so that we
Do
can
this
get
next
together
I'll second.
with town
Any
staff, get their ducks in a row.
opposed? All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Any opposed?
All
I
right.
had that backwards, but I'm getting it, Alex.
We'll get you there, we'll get you there. We'll take this training, it was awesome.
Okay, new business, Veterans Park Memorial Vote, motion up or down, similar to Wichita, Kansas Revolutionary War Memorial, picture attached to agenda page 2.
Okay.
You got a picture here,
Okay.
So our printer is like possessed, so it's only black and white right now.
Up on the screen.
I put it up on the screen.
I've seen this in real life.
Oh, really?
It's really, really nice. Yeah. My next girlfriend from Wichita.
Yeah, I think it's.
Okay, I was on the committee when we did the memorial that's standing in front of town hall right now. Number one, we have to look into public art and public spaces. Because there's certain requirements, there's funds there that are available to us. And we also have to put out an RFP to see who can do it for the best price. Or, we need to balance out price versus quality. Because when we did that, we had 3 different memorials. One of them was by Al. Does everybody know Al? No, he's the one that did the Veterans Memorial at Royal Oaks Park, the mural that's inside of the Robert Alonso, he's the one that did that.
Oh.
And he brought us a beautiful bronze eagle with,
Yeah.
but it was way out of budget. The one that we have now was actually the one that was the best within the budget that we were looking for. But it was a hurdle, so it's a long process. This is really nice. Let's see, you saw it in person, I'm sure that looks 10 times better in person than it does in the picture. But we do have to look at requirements for art in public places, and like I said before, the good thing about that is that there's funds there available to us at a county level.
I think also, Alex, I agree with you, but I think also we should look into some other options. The town that I'm from has little
Right.
monuments for each ward and the town residents were participating in.
Right.
I mean, look at some more options and then, and find out at the same time what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
What happened to the boot?
The boot with the rifle and the.
That the battlefield cross, we used that at the Memorial Day event, to which it really went well. Michael Cute actually got up and gave an explanation as
Yeah.
Bill did the previous year.
Right.
And I think it was well received. My
It's a
personal,
portable boot
yeah,
at this point.
my
Yeah, but
personal
are we
opinion,
supposed to put it into the ground?
It's been supposed to be mounted.
yeah, but I think there's a lot of people that feel as I do on this. I think it's a beautiful tribute. But on the other hand, gotta remember, this park was a picnic park and it's a kids park.
Right.
And that's kind of a really solemn type thing. It's a very special and it belongs in a sacred kind of place, not out on a playground. So, with that.
So what's I'm sorry, but what's the difference between that and something like this?
Exactly. That's why I think we should explore some more options. on that.
Right, like,
What I'll say on the
Battlefield
battlefield
cross.
cross, if you, I know the committee or, people's reservations on it being, I guess, too somber or. Who, I guess, group for the park. It was approved by council. To go with the dirt, to go, install them. So I don't know, I don't even think it's like a decision that we can,
I think
It needs to be done.
it should have been done like.
One of the things that happens is, and this is a fact, and this-
Veterans Park?
Yeah.
when we as veterans present something to the council,
Uh-huh.
they're pretty much looking to us for guidance on these things. And sometimes they automatically, they just voted, whatever we say, whether they say, okay. And I think it's our responsibility to look a little further in it and take into consideration the other things, because the council is usually going to go along with us on this. And I think in this case, we need to slow it down a little bit, as Alex said.
Yep.
Look at our other options, look what's available, what kind of grant money we can get, and then, collectively make the best decision and then bring it to council.
Yeah, but this is done, like, I don't. like,
Yeah,
this is-
I don't.
Are we breaking rules by not doing it since it's
But
been
like,
done?
it's not even, it's beyond us.
The statue was procured. The base was procured.
We already have it. What
We
is
just
it made out
haven't,
of?
Yeah,
we are the
What
ones.
is it made out of?
Bronze.
Okay.
It is like
Where is it right now?
In the Americana,
in the store.
in the closet, with everything else, it's in the garage.
In the park,
Location.
I don't disagree.
Location within the park?
I was thinking,
Jeremy, I mean, they established it. It's really just the permitting that was the last part. Because you can just,
Okay.
roll it into
No.
the ground, the climb, it has to be, it's have, wind. Calculation for how much force it can hit, like it has to go.
Right.
All there.
Respectfully, the Delray Beach has a veterans park. And there's.
The Round House one.
There's stuff there that honors people that died fighting for this country, and there's still slides, my kids have been on the slides.
There's stuff at Veterans Park already that honors that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I
I
don't
mean, there's the
see,
bricks, there's.
again. I'm not trying to belittle the point, but this is done. This could be the first sign of Veterans Park being Veterans Park.
Sure.
Like, why are we rehashing this to add? Like, I'm sure this is beautiful, but I don't even understand what is this gonna do? At Veterans Park, are we gonna add everyone that lived in Miami Lakes that died? Like, I don't get this, man, it doesn't make any. We have something we can use already. Why aren't we using that? Why is that not in the ground?
Mhm.
Why aren't we
What
doing,
we have?
that's it,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
That's what's in the realm.
we have that in the
Yeah,
ground, and we have a playground there.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be if,
What they did, Doral, was that they chose a part where whenever we have a Veterans Day parade or ceremony there, we do it in one part, which is the north side of the
So
park.
what's,
Right.
what's the holdup
For the
of
kids.
installing it then?
It's,
Permitting.
it kind of got tabled.
Yeah.
I think the discussion of maybe it's too much for the park.
Exactly, no.
Internally, we're kind of like,
That's what we would need.
we have
to
the
do
facts, we
something
have
like that.
the base, like it has to be done.
Yeah.
The holdup was the permit. Council approved $10,000 for it, the permit would push it, I think, about 12, 13. But since, if you zero out that 10,000 and then plus however much, the committee agreed on Veterans Park improvements, I think that's the bridge. So I won't
I've been
hijack, I won't
to numerous
hijack.
parks that have
I
good
won't-
things, and I don't see kids climbing.
And for example, this park
across or
has
anything
it,
like that.
but in a separated area, the playground's all the way back there, and there's like a
Park that do
border.
the Same thing.
It should be
Put
with the
it aside.
flags, we're gonna do these flags, we're gonna do these fixed
Exactly.
flag poles, it'll go with those, where there's not gonna.
The flag's gonna go in
be
front of the community center?
Should
The
we-
Mary Collins Community Center?
No,
Flags?
no,
I
I think it's the other side where there's.
By the basketball.
Flags, yeah.
The basketball.
Beyond the
courts.
basketball courts, yeah.
But
Like,
beyond the
that's what we
basketball
need.
course is a street.
So that would be key, to establish exactly where to put it, where it's not in the playground, off to the side, somewhere it would be a special area just for those.
With our
things.
fixed flag poles, which is something
those-
we've been dying to do as well.
Those discussions had already been had with Jeremy, I think they have a spot.
Did we ever pick a spot there, Jonathan, where that would go?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
for
bet we
sure.
did, I'll bet we
Like
did.
near the playground-ish is where I recall.
Yeah.
So then.
Maybe there's space for, discussion on moving that, but.
We're gonna put it in a.
Surely,
Yeah,
if
but
the structure
buried.
is in the closet, there's plans for where it's supposed to go, right?
This is the biggest part.
I think we should have more conversation on this, and like to take
Like, the
that.
bad thing is, like, we can't take stuff to the council, we can't get stuff approved. And then come back and say, yeah, but, and start changing stuff,
No.
that's not how things.
I think we
work.
move past this and get rid of it and just work on the.
On the.
Yeah,
on the-
yeah,
on the ballot,
this is
in
step,
us.
this is step 2, we haven't even done step 1.
Yes.
So we're, that maybe step five,
Oh.
so we still got, we need to flag.
Table this for a couple of years, how about that?
Yeah.
Let's look at
The
the
10,000.
Seven.
The 10,000.
Seven.
How much have we spent?
7,769.
Okay, so we're gonna table this for now? Yes.
Well,
That,
No. I
I'm
deleted
going
it.
to, I'm gonna bring back a quote for the
Yeah.
permit, the permitting, like.
for the Battlefield Cross, not for that.
Engineering, that's the word. Engineering.
You're talking about the Battlefield Cross.
To put
Okay,
it-
but I'm talking about this particular picture right here.
Sure.
Let's go back to this. This is what, this is what's on the
Yeah, that's the
agenda.
business here.
That's what Bill's put on the agenda. So
I
this is
think
what I
for now, it's
recommend.
ahead of time.
I think,
Alright, so up and down, like who's for and who's
I
against?
think Bill's gonna have a lot more to contribute to this, and it'd be right to only table this to the next meeting.
No,
Vote
let's
here.
vote on it, no.
Yeah.
Let's vote.
This is.
We have quorum, we can vote, we don't need Bill here.
I'll put a motion on the floor to table this for years
No.
down the line.
I'm sorry, this is a up and down vote.
Okay,
No,
Yes.
it's an up and down vote.
We have
No,
somebody in
I
the
move
audience that would like.
that
to
we
have-
vote up or down on
I
this,
just wanna put
on this-
a little bit.
on this item right here. Okay,
Little
let's have a vote.
Is that
All in favor, okay, of having this item.
Wait, Bill, I mean, Larry.
just for the committees, if you wanna discuss it? The city of Miami-Dade and the county, as well as Miami Lakes, are under the same obligation to waive permitting fees for veterans who are disabled 100% or more. Now, that is the letter of the law. That's in Florida statute. That's come down from the mayor in the past, and that's on the books in most municipalities. I don't think it's a very indirect argument to be made for waiving permitting fees for something like this as well. It's not an immediate solution, but if permitting fees are the only thing that's holding this up, like it is.
I don't know, I may have been playing like very loosely with that, the permitting, getting it through the city, I don't think would be the problem, I think it's the engineering cost that, you know, the wind loads, the bearing and all, like.
Lighting,
Yeah,
is there
I-
lighting associated with this?
So,
either way, Larry's right, that's not us,
Sure.
we were just talking. So
That was the right question.
motion up or down to, I don't even know. What are we doing here with this memorial? So I move that we have a roll call on the motion, up or down. Up, saying you approve this Wichita, Kansas Revolutionary War Memorial. Down is that you don't approve. So do I have a second?
All second.
Second.
Oh, okay, okay, so let's have the vote then. All in favor?
No.
We need to
Person by
vote.
person by person.
Pardon?
He said roll call. Vote.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, roll call. Vote.
yeah.
So,
Okay, let's begin with the Alex.
I have to say no, because I don't know what that is. It's like seeing a Ferrari up there, yeah, it's beautiful, I want it, but I don't know if I can do it.
I don't know if it's gonna be that exact one, but the.
But the vote is on-
We're
that's
voting,
what-
we're voting, we're
No.
voting.
No for me,
No.
I'm gonna have to say no.
No, no.
no,
no,
that's it, no.
Okay, so this item is voted no. Not going for the minutes, please.
Okay.
So any more discussion on that?
Could I compel you to have a motion for, you know, reconsidering the Battlefield Cross, and I could bring back the actual cost of the engineering and closing that out?
let's add that to D, and let's put it on the agenda and let's do it, yeah.
So 8D.
8D.
8D, yes.
Okay, eight B.
Battlefield Cross.
The motion on the floor to speak about the Battlefield Cross at our next meeting with engineering quotes
Okay,
and other details.
And making sure we're looking for the grant money or the waivers of fees from the municipalities, because it's the veterans of the related affair.
so we're gonna make that eight D.
8D.
Okay,
Art
so
and
we'll
public
do it
relations,
back.
remember that. Art
Did
and
you win that
public relations.
argument?
That's a big one.
Hell of an argument,
The Battlefield Cross 8D. Okay, Reindeer Run 2024, co-chair, volunteer, and subcommittee meeting dates. Motion for proposal of funds, assuming same level proceeds from 2023 to $16,000, 10,000 Vietnam Veteran Scholarship, 25,000, et cetera. Judy, you want to take the lead on this, please?
I'd like to first make a motion to change that from co-chair volunteer to chair, subcommittee chair elect. So that after this one is over, that will be the new chair of that subcommittee.
Okay, it's a subcommittee only composed of,
It's whoever wants to
Veterans?
volunteer on it. No.
oh, anyway,
Yeah,
All right, do we
Then
need to
I'll
make a
move-
motion to establish a subcommittee as we did the other one?
I,
Yeah, yeah, well, that's part of it. The other part is the change was from a co-chair volunteer to the subcommittee chair elect. We're gonna call it chair elect.
So that you're making a motion.
I need to bring up the Veterans Day Parade Subcommittee, where I brought up the fact that the subcommittee itself decides on the chair, the co-chair, and the secretary.
Okay, well, whatever it's gonna be a chair elect, whoever votes for that. We can say that's what it's gonna be
Okay.
as a committee.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's gonna change.
So you wanna make a vote, do a vote on that, make a motion?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
I,
Any opposed?
No.
Okay, motion approved.
So, we need some subcommittee dates, yes. Do you have dates when we can have the room?
We have to do. I'm gonna be out of town next week,
Maybe out of town, crazy amount.
and at the end of the month, I'll be out of town. So,
for Labor Day.
Something like that.
Okay.
I was right, yeah, I'm gonna be on vacation.
When's our next, committee meeting?
September, no?
September 5th will be the first Thursday.
That'll be the subcommittee meeting for the, when's our next
No,
subcommittee?
we can't wait that long.
Yeah.
We can't wait that long. It's gotta be in August.
I'm going to, if you guys wouldn't mind, I can get with Isle again on combining meetings for the parade and the 5K.
Oh, no.
You wanna
Oh,
open the debate
no,
up?
please no.
That's too much. for
That's
me.
crazy. The phrase way too many moving parts.
Well, those list of dates that I read out before,
Those are the
we'll
dates
put
for
one for
either.
one,
Okay.
Another for the other.
I have to give you one. I'm gonna be out of town.
How many subcommittees meetings do you think we'll need this year, Gene?
it was, last year it was one per,
We would paired them up with our meetings. but
yeah.
I think we need two between now and the end of August. So yeah, so one in August, one in September would be fine probably, but the one in August is gonna need to be, everybody needs to be there. We gotta do it. Do we have volunteers for the subcommittee? Yeah,
Of course, I'm wrong.
I've never been in it, but I will be happy to volunteer.
thank you.
I did wanna say,
And also, Bill said yes too.
we are, the contract with Race Time is still not done.
No?
They had insurance questions that apparently that hadn't been addressed in years past, and they didn't have an issue with it. Now they're not an issue because they're within their rights to have insurance questions. It's really just the base price that got affected. It went from $6,500 for the first half, second half, 3250, 3250. Now it's total 7,800.
Jeez.
More sponsors.
You should make a motion to create our own race companies.
But that's the base price. That's not t-shirts, that's not,
That's a base.
yeah, like they will show up. But then it's, and I don't wanna misspeak because Isle knows it better than I do. That is not the t-shirts, not medals, that's not,
That's just showing
It's
up.
just
that's the
the
timing,
timing and
technology,
Will
and
caution be as? Yeah, we sponsor always, yeah.
that's just my, Isle wanted to make that point.
everything's going up. You gotta pay for this, right?
We ain't warming you up.
Oh my god. Well, it's great.
Maybe we can get Massage Envy to sponsor that way people go to a massage after the
Well,
thing.
yeah,
Not 5K.
Oh my,
Cool
I'm
down.
crazy. I wanna.
I will say as opposed to last year, this is, anecdotal at least. We've been getting a lot better luck with sponsorships compared to last fiscal year. I think it may just be the nature of, the economy, business willing to interact and what we can offer as a town. For 4th of July, we had an insanely good, return on sponsors being interested. Isle and I are very, you should see us upstairs. We go crazy with getting our sponsorship packages down. What your appearance is gonna be on social media, on our website, Facebook, timings of emails, we're very. Years past of saying, yeah, we'll throw your logo on a post, it's not good enough. Getting into it, sponsors have been really receptive to it, so I'm hopeful that it'll be a lot better this year.
Okay.
And just legit, we tiptoed into it with the logos on the barricades, you know what I mean? It's stuff like that where we are not bending over backwards. you know, nature of these events will carry the weight of sponsorships being interested, so. That's my 2 cents on, I think it'll be really good. So that base price went up, but.
Hopefully you're correct.
Hopefully.
I believe you are.
Better organization with Deep Pockets, Wounded Warrior Project. They support local community stuff. I get emails from them all the time, we're doing this, we're doing this for free.
Judy, is there any more we need to cover this meeting, regarding the radio room?
We have here, if there's a motion for proposed use of funds. 16, this is for this year, I guess. Motion proposed use of funds, assuming same level of proceeds, okay, so it,
That can be discussed at the subcommittee meeting.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the committee has to vote on it, so we there and then bring it to the committee for the next.
That's the recommendation.
Okay.
All right,
I don't know if we're, yeah, so we may not even do it again, I think we're in a crossroad with this,
what to do with the
with
funds?
the scholarship thing, yeah, it's, sounds a little sticky, so.
I think the easiest solution is the one that the VFW did with me, and send the money directly to the school. Directly to the school.
Okay, so
Which was.
I think I'm gonna be dirty to the punch here.
I'm gonna say one more.
I like. And I know the administrative fees are, you know, a pain in the, you know what, but I think just cutting a check to a reputable organization has always been. The way to go. Not that the
We did
scholarship,
that, we donated a large portion of funds to the American Legion, post 144, $5,000.
I say, either to give it all to the American Legion or give it to veterans that live in Miami Lakes that have served, just give it to them. Thank you for your service, here is something to help after the holidays to recover and pay your bills. That's what I wanna do, I've been saying that over and over and over.
There's a lot of veterans in my mistakes.
Good,
Well, then that means it will have a greater spread,
Yes.
you know what I mean? And
And-
it
and
might
the-
get more sponsors in, it might get more runners.
the
more
mayor's always said he wants money going to them,
But
and
there's,
I agree, I want it like that.
the town has a senior and disabled. Citizen relief fund, I think it's essentially that where it's a stipend.
Mhm.
And there is a veteran qualification for that.
Hmm.
But specifically if they're disabled because of theirs, I have to look into it, there may be some overlap that we're talking about now.
I mean,
But
That's a
maybe
good
it's, maybe
idea.
it's a non-disabled veteran
Yeah.
that can benefit from this now, and so we can see,
Yeah, because if you already get service connection, I mean, that's
yeah.
part of what that's
We
intended
need
for.
to look into the different, what our options are. And not let it go as we did last time to the very end, and we need to do it quickly because
Not just
before the
very-
sponsorship package.
2 years ago.
Set many fiscal years.
My block alone, we have 14 houses, I live on a cul-de-sac. There are 7 veterans.
Good. So if I have
Here's the-
$15,000, maybe everybody gets
Here-
$100 in their pocket. I don't think-
Here's the kicker, something that was completely the banners, completely free to them. Every time I would tell them, hey, let's get you a banner, no, give it to somebody else that wants it or needs it. Because
They won't take
that's
it.
how we
They won't take it.
give it to there's somebody in worse shape than me, give them that money because they're gonna need it. That's how we are.
And that makes, you know what, that's a great thing too, when you give the money to somebody. It's like a double gift, and they say, well, give it to someone who needs it more. They've received that and they appreciate it, and you've also given them the ability to benefit from it again by giving it to somebody else. And that's a good thing, I like that, I think it's a good idea.
And let them do it. Let them give it to somebody else, or let them give it back to the pot and we'll
Yeah.
double it. I mean,
So then it becomes kind of like the scholarships, as we divide the grand total by however many people we hear from and whatever that is, it is, right? Kind of like a
We can
scholarship.
call it a holiday grant.
They get a charitable donation and a tax write-off at the same time, so they don't actually, they get a little something out of it, but they get to pick who.
Like a tax write-off.
Right,
What was that, Frank?
they get a little something out of it, they get to pick who it goes to, but they also get to write it off. Because technically the funds came to them first, then they're picking a beneficiary for it, so
Yep.
it's a charitable donation.
Well, they gotta show it, they gotta show.
They
it.
gotta get something out of it, they don't
Income
just,
to
they don't get to get nothing, but.
It's below $600 again. Well, maybe.
I think it's a great idea, I think it's something we need to look into further.
I'll run the gist of it to finance, because I
Okay.
think they'll be able to speak better to like
Okay.
how they identify people and.
or just
Yeah.
American Legion, they. What do you guys?
Or I
decide?
know Gary had talked about Fishing with America's Finest, celebrating
They participate in every single grade.
there's something.
The American
anniversary.
Legion are very good stewards of the money you give them. They have their own committee, which Gary, we're here to give you the details, but they have their own committee that consists of people that are not members of this Veterans Committee that run that portion of it.
Yeah.
And they vet where that money goes very carefully. Whoever gets it, they vet everything. There was one person, for instance, a guy who was underprivileged, whose car broke down, he couldn't get to work, he was a war veteran, and they helped him get his car fixed, so he could go to work and support his family.
For you to be a member of 144, do you have to live in a certain area?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
One forty-four is Miami Lake Coast, but they accept also people highly.
Okay, so it's predominantly Miami, that's people that are in 144. Okay. Well, I make a
You've been to
motion
meetings, you've been.
to, yeah. I make a motion to put all the proceeds to American Legion.
I like that.
Well, I would say
We have a,
none of
we have
the
a
guys are
motion, we have a
members. should
motion on
vote
the
on that.
table to put all the proceeds.
If
from
you're a member of 144, you have to exclude yourself from this.
And I am excluded.
Okay, but so is anyone else here besides me, 144? Okay, so I'm not gonna vote. The motion is the proceeds from the reindeer run, well, this year, and the 24 reindeer run will go to the American Legion. We just all in favor?
But I guess I have a question. So is it still letting them determine how they want to disseminate the funds?
Right, they'll disseminate. All in favor?
This will have to go to council.
You don't go to council?
I think so.
All in favor of bringing this to the council?
No.
No, do you have a second on that motion?
I second.
Okay.
No.
Now we have all in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
Oh,
You
I
can't
don't care.
vote. I can't vote either.
Aye.
Nay.
Nay.
The reason I'm saying nay is because there's many organizations out there. And I know that from personal experience. I'm a cancer survivor, and when I was not working, no income because of all the operations. Soldiers Angels, Center 5 Fund, believe it or not, the one that turned their back on me was a pregnant wife, and I didn't have $2 to go back on the milk, was the Legion. So, and there's organizations out there that they physically, somebody came to my house, made sure that we were okay, and stocked up our fridge. So there's many organizations out there. I don't want to just fine tune it to the
We
Legion.
lost, so.
Yeah, I'm just saying why I'm saying them.
Okay,
You gotta go.
all right, so that's what we wanted. So we have it tonight, right? 2-2?
There's three, two, three, and two.
3-2?
So can
Yeah.
we bring something else
The
to the
motion.
table, some more ideas?
That's why I wanted to put a motion on the table to bring like that, so that way, the same way we're doing.
Yeah, I
our
think in years
seeing different
past,
ones.
somebody had like compiled or vetted organizations and presented.
That makes a mess, man, like, yeah, but.
It took 2 years to figure out. what we
Well,
did
I
the
mean,
first
that's
one.
because
That's
they
not-
didn't
that's-
wanna
I-
vote
it's
on
very-
it.
It's very frustrating.
Then let's do this. If anybody knows of organizations besides the American Legion, bring one to the next meeting. Or bring it to the first subcommittee meeting. And that way we can review and say that,
Respectfully,
hey,
you
the same way.
understand the conflict of interest, right?
I do.
Even like, that's,
The Legion,
yeah.
that's already
there's-
out.
No, what do you mean it's out? There's
No.
still conflict, right? There's people
It's-
sitting on this committee.
No, it's 3-2.
Oh,
No, we lost, but what
No,
I'm
I
saying
thought we
is
lost.
generally, like, think about the conflict that if not realistically, at least visually, the conflict that there's people that sit on this committee.
Yep.
Make choices and then sit in a separate entity and get to
They'll receive those funds.
receive those funds and spend it how they see fit.
That's not, excuse me, that's not how it works. The, just to let you know, for the American Legion, and the vote's already done, so we can't change it at this point. But when there's a lot of members here, there's Pedro, there's Gary, there's Bill, there's myself, there's the other Bill, Knickerbocker. We're all members of the majority of the people of the Veterans Council are also members of the American Legion. And if we are a member of the American Legion and you're also a member of the Veterans Committee, then you are not allowed to participate in the distribution of these funds at the American Legion, just as we're not allowed to participate in on this end. So we
So
do
that
not,
$5,000 that you guys voted last time, you guys didn't vote for that?
no, sir, we
No.
did not, and at the American Legion, we do not participate. We're not allowed to be check signers on that account. It has to be done, wherever the money's distributed, has to be approved through the American Legion without people from the Veterans Committee involved. So that way there's no favoritism or the things you
Or
mentioned,
conflict of interest.
exact conflicts of interest. And then the American Legion, if they decide they want it to go to homeless veterans or whatever they feel that they can do it, and they can do it pretty easily because they don't have all the red tape they need to go through the town, through council to get everything approved. And I'm sure if you had an idea of where you wanted it to go or someone else, you would come to American Legion meeting and make your presentation, and in all probability, if it were a worthy cause, they will donate the money. So that's what the American Legion does. But again, at this point, we voted it down. I hope we'll.
You voted it
reapproach
up. You didn't vote it down.
We voted it up.
You guys won.
Was it
To
three?
give it to the region.
You're getting them.
3-2.
Oh, excuse me, I had a bad count there.
I thought we lost.
All right, so anyway, that's the way that works. And
I'm just saying, there's obviously, I'm not,
And
it's fine.
The appearance.
The visual optics are there. You are not wrong at all.
That's all. I'm
But
saying.
knowing
Just like
the
you guys
steward,
not you. For-profit organizations were dragged here.
Right.
Or were brought here under, I believe, not a proper mechanism, right? And they talked about that. And then it would just pass off, oh, just come to the American Legion. What I'm saying is there's optics. And those optics matter, particularly when you're using money that belonged to other people that donated for certain causes.
We just don't want the American Legion to be a pass-through to a for-profit.
well, the American Legion, in addition to that, I can assure you, I'm vice chairman, I'm vice commander of the American Legion. They will, every penny that's given away, they will report back to this committee and let you know where it went. So you'll know where every dime went. There's no,
That's fine, Larry, I'm not saying
He's
that's not
unaccountable.
true. What I'm saying is you don't wanna blend the lines,
The optics.
okay? I'm saying you don't even wanna blend the line, right? Cause I'm telling you, I saw the funeral home that saw Pedro at the Marlins game and they came here and thankfully they were honest and said they were for profit. And then Bill just sat there and was like, oh, just here's my card, go to the American Legion. What I'm saying is this is a separate committee and apart. And I think it behooves us to maintain it as such and not have optics that somebody could come and say, hey, this isn't fair play. That's all I'm saying.
And we did it already last year.
Yeah, did it last year. I would love to see, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, let's keep everything nice and neat. That's all I'm saying. I know the American Legion does great work. I'm not trying to sully
Yeah.
their causes or anything. I'm just saying, when there's 7 members here that also are members of the American Legion, that we should keep that in the back of our mind when we're doing this. That's all. That's all. That's all.
I agree.
loud and clear. Any comments? Thanks, Ed. I appreciate what you're saying. I understand it.
I mean, that's the
Okay.
same thing, also saying is that the people that are in this room that live in Miami Lakes that I want to give direct money to, they really shouldn't take it.
I don't think you can sit on this committee and take money from it.
No.
Right, like he can't
No,
get part of
no.
that, so I don't think
No.
there's anything
No,
inconsistent
that's
about
out.
that
No.
position.
I think that we can discuss this a lot more in a subcommittee meeting of the, when Judy has a.
So our recommendation to the subcommittee is to give it to the American Legion, and the subcommittee can ultimately decide.
I don't
Is
think-
that
I
what
can,
you're
I
doing?
can, I
I
can
think
ask
the
the
committee
question.
has to do
I can
that.
ask
I
the-
think the council has to end up,
They approve what, you know,
Where the funds go.
essentially, I mean, I can bring it up to legal. If it can't work, it won't.
Okay.
That's-
Well, they've approved it in the past. I don't know why they wouldn't do it, why they wouldn't.
Did they approve the 5,000 or did we do that without asking?
Oh,
They did, so if they did, then it's already done.
I can always ask the question. Like, you guys can vote to pay Town Hall Green if it.
Yeah, the Veterans League is a
If they say no,
nonprofit
then
veterans
it won't happen.
organization.
You know what I mean? So if it can't work, it won't. If it can, it will.
Yeah, the veterans are, the American Legion is a nonprofit veterans organization.
In Miami Lakes.
Yeah, and they have an extremely good reputation, they've been around for a long time. But I agree with that. I mean, you can't take that away either. Its appearance is the way it looks and it should be, crystal clear and,
no, I think this vote was perfect, right? The people that are somehow related to the Legion
Didn't vote.
didn't vote, and that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
and that's
just saying,
what I
like,
mean.
we should travel under that same idea moving forward,
I
right?
appreciate that. Yeah, I agree. Okay, any more with the reindeer run?
Nope, just that we need a subcommittee meeting before the council meeting, so that if we need to have other ideas, you'll have them ready for your council meeting, so that we can get something done before it's December.
So council meeting, well, so the meeting has to be sometime next week.
Yeah.
So you guys just, I wonder.
Well, Jonathan will be here.
Okay, let's move on item,
Who's your guy?
item.
I don't know when the veterans report also. I don't think it's in August anyways.
What?
The veterans report.
No, but
Well, we
Hold
had
on.
something we need to clear it so that we can advertise it,
Yeah.
and start our marketing for 5K. It's already gonna be September by now, and
who's your
then
backup?
I don't.
Will she be here next week?
Yes.
Okay. So let's try to coordinate with her so we can get a date next week on the books.
I just am not here
Okay? Any
the
more?
8th. So I have to be
That's my wedding anniversary, gonna be
good.
How many years?
Monday,
How many years?
16.
You're a young man to be married 16.
I love you.
basically Tuesday the 6th, the only day next week I have. Is Tuesday the 6th work for you?
Tuesday works for
Larry,
me.
it's Tuesday the 6th, can you come?
Whatever you are, you want,
Perfect, there's
oh,
three,
I'm sorry, what day?
Tuesday the 6th, next Tuesday. Okay.
So I'm gonna be scheduled, I'm gonna look to schedule for the parade and the reindeer run, all of them.
Okay.
We need all the meetings that we need to start.
Can you try to
I'm
get
gonna
the
have to.
6th for me?
I'll see,
Okay.
it's really up to Isle, cause I won't be here. so.
I won't be here except for the 6th, and I have to be here for the 6th, unless I quit, which is
We'll
fine
have
too.
to see.
Okay, we're moving on. Thank you, Judy.
Okay,
9/11 ceremony.
it's on a, 9/11 is on a Wednesday this year.
9/11 what?
It's on a Wednesday. I thought we were handing that over to public safety.
Keep
I
trying.
believe exactly,
it
that's
is.
exactly what's done.
It is.
Oh, good.
So what's our, are we being asked to participate in this, or where do we stand with this?
So this is from Bill last Monday, or no, this Monday. Let the committee know public safety is taking the lead on 9/11. They just asked that we show up.
Okay, so
It's pretty much done. We have an interested vendor for breakfast and coffee and the sort of stuff that.
Are we showing
Very
up to
simple.
volunteer or we're showing up to just attend?
I mean, we could say both.
Okay.
It's really just the chairs. We have the bell upstairs, the table, everything's here.
It's gonna be inside or outside?
Outside
Oh.
in front of the V.
It was just thinking.
Everybody was so happy with our last indoor Memorial Day. It was the best.
Yes,
It was outside last.
but the idea is that we want to get that fire truck with the
flag.
big
Big
flag.
flag.
Police cars flanking
I
up
can
that
volunteer
side.
my fire truck. if you want to.
Are they gonna put the 3,000 flags out in the grass too?
We can look at that, Parks already told me that I think I mentioned this last meeting, the flower arrangement out front is going to be red and white stripes. Just, coincidental.
Oh, the landscape.
Yeah, the landscape
Nice.
is not planned, it was just coincidence, but, one thing that the committee. I don't know if they had like some heartburn on it, I don't know that they would, but I think it's still up in the air, is the wreath. We sort of talked about getting a, beautiful ceremonial wreath. That is like the main focus where police, chief, and fire chief would carry the wreath up. That's it's the memorial aspect of the event. Memorial wreaths aren't cheap. We got a quote, I think it was like 180,
180.
like $200, something around that ballpark, but like beautiful, I'm talking very beautiful.
That would be a nice contribution from the Veterans Committee.
And so I was gonna
to
say,
the, yeah,
there's some money that the
That's a
committee
good idea.
has. If the veterans contribution wants to be that, I think they're,
I think that's a great idea. How much does that cost, Jonathan?
It's gonna cost.
I'm gonna find, give me one second.
$180 is that.
Andre, do we have a line item on 9/11 we can take the funds from?
I think you guys opted to make a 9/11 line item. It would be unfunded. Yeah, that sort of wreath.
John, do we have the funds we can make a vote on this to go ahead and purchase this for the event?
So you've got the money, you've got a Memorial Day account that could like kind of.
And to add it to the wreath, the store where I got
There's a
the price from,
dedication,
they said that they'll honor the 180 even if they add more stuff to it.
there's a dedication ceremony account there. It's just closed, so. There's no account specifically for 9/11, but there's money available. There are
Don't we have to
accounts.
make a motion and move a line item in order to take the money to buy this? Can we clear that up now and go ahead and make the vote on it?
So let me. Reopen the account.
I'm not good on August 6th for that, time zone.
Okay,
I can do any day for that.
Monday.
We were kind of planning something.
So here's what I'll lay out for you all.
Seven.
These are all,
Seven.
these are
Okay.
all of the veterans accounts. So we'll just play this. Veterans Job Fair. Exists no money. Shirts, the care, which was for flowers for, I believe, fallen. I still don't really remember the specifics of that account,
How much money is in that account?
500. It has
Okay, let's take it out of
Yeah,
there.
let's take it out of there.
Here we go.
There you go.
Perfect,
Oh,
perfect.
that's
Okay, and how much money are we talking?
Yeah,
about?
just.
180.
180.
Just a
Maybe
total
say up to
200.
All right, you need to
said
make a
they're gonna-
motion.
No, they're gonna honor it.
Whatever they add to it.
Even
so
if they
get
add
180.
stuff to it or anything, they're gonna honor 180.
Okay, let's make a motion to take the 180 to 200 out of the flowers account that presently has $500 and use that to buy
180
flowers
or 200?
up to 200.
Up to 200, okay.
To use that to buy flowers for the 9/11 event. All in favor?
A second.
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 Second. Thank you, Bob. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the motion is approved.
Thank you.
Thanks for straightening me out, man.
Listen, I think it'll be, again, not that, it's already done and dusted, but it'll be a nice event. Simple, honoring, we lose the thousands of flags that are, they're rotting away in Mary Collins.
With the battlefield cross.
But I think we're gonna gain something by focusing on what the event.
And you know what's nice, even if we don't, even if you don't show up, at least we know we can tribute it, we send flowers.
Oh, no, you're.
Okay. I love that idea. The Veterans Day Parade, we already spoke about.
Yep.
Is there any more on that? And then we want to speak about, pardon me, I left out the, before I get to that, the item D, right? Item D, the battlefield cross again. Alex, you wanted to lead us on that?
Well, no, it was to,
No, it's for next
a motion on the floor. Jonathan,
We were going to D, then we have to make a motion
You have to
to,
put it on for some
I
reason.
thought,
for the next meeting.
yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna do the work. They're
No,
gonna
they're gonna
work
do
on
the
the next
But we
meeting.
have to have a,
Okay, so we need a motion.
Motion on the floor
Yeah,
to do research, to do the quotes for the engineering and everything, and the permitting.
Closing out the project,
okay, everyone's heard that? All in favor?
No.
second.
Second?
Oh, sorry.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Motion approved.
Been sitting in the closet 2 years.
How do you get out? Gotta give the money away, we gotta take out.
like-
Take them
I
back.
think, does anyone like to make a motion to adjourn?
I'd like to make a motion to.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Adjourn.